well, hello. You guys having in the flower bed, having some snacks? Hello, little babies. Hi. Yeah. Mama's so comfortable. Yeah. Good morning, y'all. Welcome back. We are out in the front yard. It is a beautiful overcast morning. It's kind of foggy and the clouds are socked in, so the sun's not too bright. We're expecting a rainstorm later. But I just got done weeding this flower bed behind us. And I wanted to show you guys my new garden book. And this is something I designed because I can't never remember what I planted or where, and I wanted a book besides my notebook that was pretty, that I could keep my year to year to year to year records in. So let me flip the camera around and I'll show you. So, I'll zoom this out. So this is my flower bed here just in front of the house. Don't mind all the stuff on the front deck. I've got perennial salvia, I've got purple perennial daisies. There's a dahlia that I picked up at Walmart, so it doesn't have a brand or a name. I've got some zinnias that I started from seed popped in here. There's a couple marigolds I started from seed. The Oh So Easy rose from Proven Winners, I think it's lemon zest or Oh So Easy lemon something. And then a delphinium that I got from Walmart that also doesn't have a brand name. There are a few more mums that are popping up perennial throughout here. I think I've got one here, one there, here, there, and then just an annual purple fountain grass. Some kind of an iris. I don't know what it's doing there. But anyway, I want to show you these beautiful plants real quick. I got these from a local greenhouse. They look like mums to me, but she says the tags and the lady said that they're daisies. This is just the most beautiful rose. Soft, buttery yellow. But my favorite, of course, is the delphinium. It's almost 5 feet tall, 4.5. Okay, so let me show you this book. I've had a lot of extra time. Having the baby, I'm not outside as much, so I have a lot of time to do things like on the computer and in the house. And I found that I really love designing these books, so I've got a few tags in here that I want to add to my book. We've got a couple new trees in the yard. These are the perennial daisies. Sassy Double Deep Rose. Let's see if I can get that too. Like that. Anyway. And another tag I have. Just a little book little page describing the book, and then each page is colored and has an illustration, a garden-related, flower-related illustration. Geez, the mosquitoes are bad out here. We haven't had this much rain like ever, and mosquitoes decided to make it their home. All right, so in the back you've got lined, you've got dotted, you've got blank, and then you have a spot for trees. And a plant wish list, of course. Gotta have a plant wish list. Trees. Like that. So what year you bought it, planted it, whatever. What you bought or planted and where you planted it. But we're going to look at the dotted page. So there went my plant tags. So grab a page like this, and then this is going to be the front log flower bed, like so. And then all you do is measure it out. this is obviously a little different because I can measure it by logs, but you can measure it with a tape measure or whatever you have for markers. So I'm going to measure mine in logs because each of these logs is about a foot across. So I've got 5 logs on each side, so that's 5 feet across. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, pretty much 26 feet across. So I'm going to mark this all out and I'll get back to you in just a sec. So I'm working on this in pencil since it's just my first sketch, and then I'll go over it with a pen so that we all can see it better. And I'll take a picture so it doesn't shake. But what I want to show you is I went ahead and I drew in my logs, and it's not an exact science, it's just a reference point. So if you don't have logs to work with and you put in your visual landmarks, maybe you've got hardscapes like things that come back every year that don't go away, like trees, evergreens, maybe you've got trellises, statuary, maybe you don't have anything and you're just marking it out by the foot. That's fine too. So what you do, I know that down here, I'm going to mark this so that we all know. This is the north side. This is the south side. And I've got west and east. So over here on my east side, I have 2 perennial salvias that take up a lot of space. In fact, there's only about a foot of space that it doesn't take up. So the space that it doesn't take up is right here, right? So I could either write in the name of whatever it is, or I can number it, which I'm going to number it because I want to pack this flower bed out and I want to be able to read what I wrote in here. So this is going to be number 1. So I've got in this space here, it takes up pretty much all of this space. I've got a number 1. You could use letters or you can use anything you want. So then down here, I'm going to put my number 1, which I'm going to start my number 1 over here, because I like to be in order. I've got perennial, purple, salvia. Okay, so I'm going to go through and mark out all my stuff, and then I'll put it in pens so y'all can see it better. Okay, so the wind is coming up, so hopefully you can hear me, but this is how it turned out. Let me set it down. Just like so. It's all right here where I can see it, exactly what it is. You make an example here, like the Sassy Double Deep Rose Perennial Daisy. Those are these pink ones. That is its official tag name. And it's number 2 on my map. So there's number 2 here, 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 and there. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it says here they're on page 4. So I took the tag. We'll go back here to page 4. These pages aren't numbered, so you can call them anything you want. I just numbered them in with a pen. And here is the tag for the Sassy Double Deep Rose Daisy. And I made a note that they are in the front log flower bed, and I planted some in 2023. I'm also going to show you the wagon wheel flower bed because the maps are very different. And you've got to do it so that it makes sense to you, so you can understand it, but you've also got to make it so that it is relevant space-wise. So whereas the top one here has north at the top and south at the bottom, like I usually look at this. So I stand in the middle of my yard, I look at that flower bed over there, well that's north. So north was at the top. But when I look at this flower bed, I always stand right here. So I'm actually looking south now. So I put south at the top of this map. So it's got to make sense to you. And this wagon does sit at an angle. So it doesn't sit straight east and west, north and south. So I drew it at an angle. And the wagon is hardscape. So you can see there that I drew it out and marked it as hardscape with lines. I've got An aspen tree is number 1. There he is. I also have some pencil marks on this drawing. I don't know if you can see them or not. They're little circles. Those are representing the logs, which I have not put in yet. So I've got these logs here around the front of the tongue of the wagon. And if we make our way around back here, you can see all my pumpkins in the back. But this flower bed is going to swoop out and come in. So I drew that in pencil on my map so that I could kind of have an idea. Oh, here comes the fog. So the baby woke up from his nap, so we are now back inside. But this is the book. It is available on Amazon. I made this one a hardcover and in color, so it is just a touch more expensive. Amazon produces them, and to make color and hard copy, it just costs them more to make. So I get a tiny percentage of what is sold, but I also get the benefit of having something straight out of my mind, tangible in my hand. I also designed one for year-to-year gardening, so it'd be more like annuals and vegetable gardens for keeping those kinds of records. It is a soft cover book. It is also in color because I think color is just so pretty. I didn't want to do just black and white because you can get a black and white notebook and do exactly the same thing. But it is a little cheaper because it is soft cover. They are not a huge book, but I think they're like, no, I can't remember what size on them is. But I think they're really, really pretty. I'm excited to fill up the pages. I designed this one for perennials and trees and hardscapes and planning out flower beds. And of course, the perennial dream plants in the back here. I need to add some stuff to my list, but I just started filling out this book today. And I designed the other one, of course, for things that aren't perennial or going to last year to year. So I'm not going to put any annual tags or any annuals on my maps or anything like that in this book. But of course, you can use the books however you like. I will put the links to both books in the description box of this video. And I appreciate you guys watching this video, and please comment, let me know what you think, and if you buy one and fill it out yourself, I would love to see pictures. My email is also in the description box of this video.